Let's go yard sailing. This yard sale here. All sealed Blu-ray DVDs and paid a dime each for those DVDs and PS2 games. Teen Titans is only the case. Everything else is inside. Paid $5 for this hand mixer that my wife needed. It is brand new, it's just dusty. Over there, and my competition's over there too. He's got it before him. This yard sale.
Go for it.
And we got all these for $30. Really cool. Thank you guys for the hookup.
Of course.
The ladies were very sweet. They let me take some video of this amazing Star Wars collection and also told me to come back for a Dreamcast bundle. But what I didn't know is that they also told my competition to come back for a Dreamcast bundle too, which you'll see later on.
Gotta be here early. I paid $30 for all those at that yard sale over there. Games, controllers. Pretty cool little yard sale. Picking up Rise of Ronin and Princess Peach. Trading in. Also getting Dragon's Dogma, but next transaction, so I can get the $10. No.
You're in my hand.
Oh,
My head is on
yeah.
my hand.
Thank you, GameStop guys. Here we are, back in another GS. This time, I'm coming to pick up Alone in the Dark, Rise of Ronin, Dragon's Dogma 2, and Princess Peach Showtime. A lot of good games coming out. Pacific Drive is another one I'm looking forward to. All right, so this stack right here, the lady told me to come back tomorrow. She has more GameCube games and she has a Dreamcast. So crossing my fingers, hoping that comes through. That would be awesome. But I got this stack right here for $30. We got the Simpsons game, complete, Rayman Arena, complete. But I mean, just a couple fingerprints. We'll see. We'll clean them off with alcohol. Resident Evil 4, both discs, clean with Manny. It is clean. I mean, super clean. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, Sonic Riders, complete. ATV 2, complete. The most valuable game out of all of them. NBA Live, not complete. Ours. VHS. No, I'm just playing. On GameCube. I mean, that's pretty good for $30. I mean, just Resident Evil alone is $30. So, you know, Rayman Arena, those two right there are going to be my selling points. And the other ones could be bundled in the GameCube bundle or something. And I don't know, a lot of people don't know, but I do movies too. I got all these for 10 cents. Even these I got for 10 cents. So I got Pinball, Need for Speed Underground 2, that's complete and in great shape. Karaoke Revolution, and American Idol. So Those will probably be bundled in. I'll probably sell Need for Speed stuff.
Any survival horror game I am down to play. Silent Hill 1, Resident Evil 1 were like my favorite games on the PlayStation 1.
Nah, I'm not getting in there.
Horror style. Also, The Suffering, if you guys haven't played The Suffering. Well, this game here is, you know, very commonly a horror game. Find the key, solve the puzzles, fight some enemies. I thoroughly enjoyed my very first couple hours playing this game. A lot of people have gave it bad reviews. But I am giving this a solid 8 out of 10 compared to other reviewers who have reviewed this game and haven't beat it yet. But just from the first couple hours, I love the eerie feeling. The voice acting is very, very, very well done. And you guys should just check this game out for yourself. Like I said, it is a remake, and it's a different type of remake because it's not like full-blown remake. It's just they revised it. But yeah, you guys should just totally check out Alone in the Dark when you guys have a chance. It's really good. And the combat, they say, is clunky, but I mean, you can't have an advantage in all your games.
All right, come on. I want to go see Dr. Gray.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming. Miss Hartwood. Emily? What the hell is going on? Where am I? Ah! Ugh!
Ran into my competition, and now we're fighting for pretty good titles. So we decided to split the bundle. He's taking the system because I have one. I'm taking the gun and the strategy guide. I'm taking the sealed Dave Mira, Tony Hawk, Tomb Raider, Ready to Rumble, and the banger. He got a couple more bangers than I did, but I only paid 60 and he paid the difference. We could split it for 150. Sucks though because I was here earlier, but whatever. Got that yard sale there. I paid 30. 2 controllers. Breath of the Wild again, Cars 3, Gang Beasts, and Mortal Kombat 11. The first disc has some scratches on it. If it didn't, I probably would have kept it. I'm gonna trade it in. And then Black Ops 3 and 4, which I'm probably gonna trade in. And Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 4, or Modern Warfare 1. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Banger of the day. So. Stoked to add this in, and JD, good looking on this, man. I really appreciate it. What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Easy Gamers. Just wanted to share some things with you guys. What is a collection? You know, I don't know what my collection is anymore. I have too many games. I mean, I used to think that collectors are actually people who collect the things they want, not collect everything that comes out. And with my collection, you know, I'm a firm believer in old school hunting. The real version of hunting to me is you are trying to get food to provide for your family. So when people say, I got these games here, and they own a store to where an app, let's just say Phoenix Resale, etc., Retro Rick, Sid Dude, or whatever, they get them over the counter from trades, brought into them from their store. I don't really believe that's a collection. The deer comes to them. You don't go out and get the deer. You know, there's a big difference. To me going into GameStop and finding games is not really hunting. To me, that is shopping. Big difference. I've yet to see a YouTuber who has become very successful and goes out in the wild to still get games to add into their collection. It's more likely that they are getting trades, or they own a store and they receive items into their store. So in my personal opinion, that is not collecting, you know, or hunting. I'm sorry, hunting, let's just say. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve their collection. Doesn't mean that they haven't earned it. But in my personal opinion, it is not a real hunter for games. You know, share your opinion. You know, this is YouTube. We're allowed to have our own opinions. And, you know, this is my opinion. My opinion is if you show off a collection that you got and you own a store, you own an app, and da-da-da-da-da, and people are giving things to you. I mean, I ain't going to lie. Gat Cognac has gave me stuff. You know what I mean? Retro Madness has gave me stuff. Oliver, we're always doing trades. You know, this collection wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for them. You know, there are still some of those old school types of people, you know, that look for items and hunt for items in the wild. Like I said, it doesn't mean that they don't deserve it. It doesn't mean that they're not nice people. But to me, I'm old fashioned. You know, I believe that a real hunter goes out into yard sales or goes out to thrift stores and tries to find things on the cheap. And what I do on this channel is I take the old stuff, which other people take the new stuff, flip it for the old stuff. I take the old stuff and flip it for the new stuff. I'm a firm believer that the current gen is going to go up in value. I mean, you see it with Final Fantasy Intergrade. You see it with Borderlands 3 on the PS5. These are games that are over $100 already. Sealed, new, used. I had a PS3 collection with over like 600 games. I never collected for 360 or Xbox. That changed when Microsoft told people that they were going to be doing backwards compatibility, and Sony, the inventor of backwards compatibility on systems, decided to withdraw from that. I decided to start collecting for original Xbox and Xbox 360. I was only aiming to collect for PS4, 5, Series, Switch, Xbox One, all current gen platforms. That was my goal. But I kind of went back a little bit. DS, 3DS. I've had massive collections, and I've dropped maybe 4 or 5 collections in my lifetime. You know, moving towards the digital era, I got rid of all my Blu-rays and DVDs. I only collect 4K movies, physical discs, but I'd rather have it digitally. And yeah, some of the music and some of the things might be different, but I mean, come on. I mean, it's just more convenient, you know, just like digital games are so much more convenient. The PSVR, why would you want to put a disc in when you have the headset on? I do have a digital library, you know what I mean? Like, if I have a physical game that I spent $60 on or $50 on, trade credit or whatever, and all of a sudden a sale on this game that I already have digitally for $10, I mean, I'm going to drop to $10, so that way I have the game more conveniently. And then I have a sealed copy to, you know, hopefully it'll go up in value. It might not, it might. But these are just my opinions here. The collection for me started back when I was 13. I started trading. I traded, I think it was a PS2 for a Dreamcast. And this was in Los Angeles. I grew up in LA. the fondest memories I have of video games were with my father. He is long passed. I do have a stepdad. My stepdad and I share video games with each other. He wasn't really a gamer until like the end of my high school years. And I got him a PS2 to start, and he was just blown away. And so we've had this communication with video games. Every system that came out, I ended up getting for him. So the PS3 I got for him. I got the PS4 for him. I upgraded him to a Pro. I have two awesome uncles. One uncle owned a business in Hawaii, a hardware store. And now he's retired, lives in Palm Springs. And then I have another uncle on my dad's side who had made lots of movies and was involved in music. So, I mean, he's retired. He made Ghostbusters. He made Mulan. He was the original writer for Dinosaur, the very first animated movie from Disney. And then, you know, they're both very supportive uncles, you know. So, I mean, props to them. Like, so the entertainment games, like my first system that I got without my father being around was a PlayStation 2. And this was, you know, what, early 90s, like 98, 99. I can't remember when the PlayStation 2 came out, but it was around that time. And that was my mom's brother. You know, we were a poor family. We didn't grow up with wealth or anything like that. And he was a wealthy man. So I guess he decided to get me a PS2 for having good grades during my high school years. The nostalgia is there, you know, for retro gaming for me, but it's just not what people say it is now to them. You know, for me, it's more like the memories that I had with the PlayStation 2, how I got the PlayStation 2. And my cousin, which is my uncle's son, he would always involve me with the new video games and stuff like that. And we used to go to this real famous video game store in Studio City in California. I can't remember what it's called, but it's still there to this day. And my uncle would just be like, pick whatever game you want. You know, so like when I see Resident Evil, those memories pop up and I get the nostalgia feeling. So when I see like a Switch port get ported over to the Switch that was like an old game, I would like to pick it up, you know. Or if they remade Twisted Metal 2 on the PS5, which I downloaded actually, I would play it, you know. But as far as going back and owning a PlayStation 2 and owning a Nintendo 64, I just find it pointless. It's like the new. I want my kids to experience the nostalgia later on like I have, and that's by playing the new stuff, because to them this new stuff is going to be the retro when they're in their teens or when they're adults. Anyways, my 2 cents on a few things I just wanted to share with you guys. My pickups, these 3 right here, they're not open. I opened Alone in the Dark, so that's the one I've been playing. I actually like it a lot. That game was made back then, it would have got 10s out of 10s, you know, but since it's made now, you know, they're giving it 7s out of 10s. But it has that eerie feeling, it has that, but, you know, the acting is great, the voice, I mean, compare that to, like, back in the day, the voice acting, hello, you know. Dragon's Dogma 2. Everyone's talking about the microtransactions. I haven't even experienced them. By the time I get to this game, the microtransactions might even be free, so who knows. Rise of the Ronin. Gak Cognac kept telling me, you need to play Ghost of Tsushima, or Sashimi, or whatever the hell it's called. You know, I played the beginning of it, but I never got into it all the way. But this piqued my interest because there's gunplay in it, as well as swordplay. So that kind of had me right away. Princess Peach Showtime. So we are going to be checking this out. So all store credit, all trades, as well as profits made and money back made already. So this didn't cost me anything. Yes, I drive around, I spend gas and time, but not that much because I stay local. I don't go to other states. I don't go to conventions to get games. I go local. So wherever I go, you know, I try to keep it, I'm balling with the budget. I like to hit errands as I'm doing stuff as well. Shout out to JD, that randomly buying me this. So pretty cool to add this in as well. This is my very first foreign title for the PlayStation 5. 3 other ones. I did get this for the PS5, NASCAR Arcade Rush, and I got it for the Switch. That way the kids can play it. It looks really fun. I love racing games. The first one that I really had a really good experience with was Midnight Club 2, MotorStorm Armageddon. That one I do not have. I have Pacific Rift and the original MotorStorm, so I am looking for Armageddon if I can ever get my hands on that. Currently, my favorite racing game for current gen would be Dirt 5. Be added into the collection. If you haven't checked out this game, I've seen some gameplay on it. I haven't played it yet, but I will because it's open. So GameStop new, I believe, for $14.99. You guys seen my receipts, so I'm done showing the receipts. Kingdom Come, that just came out. I got this for $19.99. Kingdom Come Deliverance, the Royal Edition for the Switch. It is sealed, never opened, probably never will be. Dolphin Spirit for the Switch. Cool little inner artwork. It is one player, but really cool to be adding these into the collection. And I'm very grateful for everyone watching my stuff, watching my kids' stuff, our stuff. We're just a family, regular family, you know, trying to make ends meet. And my hustle is real. But yes, I am collecting more for value purposes now rather than being a collector to collect the things that I want. This was a really cool, I'm going to put this, I don't really have too much Xbox like collector's editions and stuff, but I'm going to put this is, I guess you could put a figure in here, but this is a mech from Halo. So maybe I'll find the figure eventually, but this was $1. So be putting this in the Xbox area. What would you have done in that situation that I was in? Lady tells me, I'm going to have a Dreamcast bundle tomorrow. Will you come back around 8 in the morning? I got there early. I guess she told the same thing to my competition. The competition got there after I did. And then just walks up on me. Like right when she's bringing the box out, he walks up on me and starts looking through stuff. I start grabbing the high dollar titles, you know, and then he was like, whoa, I don't want to fight over this, you know, and I was like, neither do I, but I was here first, you know. Then he was like, well, who was here yesterday first? I'm like, that doesn't matter. I'm here now, you know. So, I mean, that was a little frustrating. It did piss me off a little bit, but he did pay more than I did. So, whatever. Just trying to be good, you know, like trying to be fair. And I don't know. It just kind of irritated me. You know, the competition out here is really high. California is a dead state for video games. It's dead. You know, going to yard sales and thrift stores is dead. They have everything marked up. There is Goodwill's now putting their stuff online. I know in the Midwest or the Mideast or whatever, wherever they're at, they still have games coming in the Goodwill. I mean, those district managers are different than the ones that are out here, and the majority of them are putting stuff on their online stores out here in California. We have moms, grandmas selling video games out here, so it's crazy. It's crazy. It's dead. You know, they killed it. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy.
You have to ask the right questions. Like what? Has anything you collected made your life better?